All right, y'all, we just got our second fish. This is Matthew with 706 Outdoorsman, and we're on another creek adventure. We're checking out the creek we explored, scouted last week, and so far we're off to a good start. We got cars flying by on the bridge overhead, so I hope y'all can hear me. But anyways, 2 fish on the board, still looking for that odd bass species that I caught last week. Haven't found it yet, but we got 2 on the board. And yeah, y'all hang out with us and let's see what happens. Give the Hellgrammite a break for a minute. Let's try my dirty white grub. Here we go, fish on. Yes. Hey, we got a little bass. Oh, come back here. Is this the bass we were looking for? No, I think this is a little Larry. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. There we go. Yeah, that is a little Larry largemouth. Not the one we were looking for. That is fish number 1. So in a way, we were looking for him. But there are some other tiny little bass out here. Let's try again. Gotta try to just bounce this along the bottom so I don't get hung up. I know there's a lot of trash in there. All right, we got 1 fish on the board. One fish on the board. The rest are playing hard to get, but that's okay. We're gonna figure them out here in a minute. There's one. Stay pinned, baby. Stay pinned. That's one of the fish we were looking for. Yes. Hey, look at that. All right, I'm gonna come up here where I can wash my hands. I knew there was gonna be some other fish in there. I knew it was gonna happen. Put the ultralight down. Rinse you for a minute. Look at that, he was hungry for the Hellgrammite. God dang. Easy, buddy. I'm trying to let you go. You done speared me. Well, price of fishing. Ah. Well, 90% sure he was just a largie. Still would have liked to have shown him to you. He's not, that was not the shoal bass we were looking for. That was still a fun catch. All right, so it's kind of a mixed day, man. The first little bass came off the white curly-tailed grub. And then that bigger one we just caught came off the Hellgrammite. We're gonna fish this spot out a little longer and then move upstream. But so far, the fish are biting. Still looking for that weird bass that I caught last week. But anyhow, we're gonna keep on moving forward. Y'all hang out. Well, I apologize. I still cannot hold on to a bass to save my life. Usually that is not a problem. Usually I have no trouble holding on to fish. That sure felt like a bite. And I got wrapped up in something. And it immediately came off, whatever it was. So I'm guessing that was a stick. Anyhow, as I was saying, I still can't hold on to fish, y'all. These creek fish are feisty. They come out super angry and alive, and man, I just can't hold on to them. Anyhow, whoa. Lost sight of that one. We got 2 fish on the board. Hands on 2 fish, so we're already doing better than last time with the bass species anyhow. Those were just some largemouth, which I'm super happy to catch. Don't get me wrong, but it is not what we're looking for. Ah. Well, it broke off. We're gonna reset. All right, again, I apologize, the audio isn't too great. I'm sitting next to a moving creek under a bridge with cars rolling over it. But anyhow, I figured I'd tell y'all what I caught them on real quick. I got 2 different color yums. I got 2 different color yum Hellgrammites. This one is Copper Creek. And then I got this one here, which actually doesn't have a color on it. But it's like a whitish blue, which I think I'm gonna switch to because they seem to like the high vis. I'm also using these. This is the jig head I'm using. It's an Arky painted jig, 1/16 ounce. And then for the white curly tail grubs, I'm using a 1/32 ounce jig head, which seems to do pretty good. Stays out of the muck on the bottom and still big enough to hook the little fish and the big fish. So anyways, that's what we're running today. I'm gonna get this set back up and I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, so now we're all set back up. I swapped the white grub to a yellow grub. We're just gonna see how that does. This is how that looks on the 1/32 ounce jig head. I kind of like those red hooks. And then here is that white and blue Hellgrammite on the 1/16 ounce jig head. That's how that looks rigged up. All right, we're gonna get back after it, see if we can catch some more fish. All right, 2 bass on the board. Still looking for old Mr. Red Ear or long-eared sunfish. I know they're in here. I don't know if they're gonna like the yellow, but we're gonna try it for a minute. And if it doesn't work, we'll go back to white. Oh, about busted my butt. Oh, big spider. Oh, falling. All right, y'all, well, I don't know how that happened. Oh, there he goes. I had a fish on. He was on and off. I think that was a warmouth. I was actually trying to work my way over to get this thing unsnagged when he hit. So I guess it worked itself loose. And then he grabbed it when it was just drifting in the water. That's creek fishing for you. Anyhow, let's see if we can catch a real fish right quick. All right, we're working our way back. Still just the 2 bass on the board and the one warmouth. I guess that was a warmouth. Surprise catch. Came out of nowhere. There's fish. First cast back in. Don't come off. Don't come off. First cast back in. Oh, that might be what we were looking for. It might be. Come over here, buddy. He might just be a pretty spotted bass. Oh, come over here. Not doing me the way the other one did. Hey, I'll take it. We've been walking upstream for quite some time. Whoa. Oh, busted my butt. That's a really pretty bass. The toothy patch on the tongue, it'd tell me that you're a spot. Does that look like a spot to y'all? I guess it probably does. Healthy little fish, toothy patch, nice colors. Thank you for playing, buddy. It's been a long walk with no fish. Oh, got the splashback. Sweet. All right, well, it took a minute. But apparently there are still hungry bass in this little pool, so we're gonna keep trying. Hey, you, do me a favor. You're already here. Hit the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe. We do this once or twice a week, and you don't want to miss out. Just kind of lightly hopping it along there. And that seems to be all you got to do. You kind of have to keep it moving, unfortunately, or you get hung up. Again, I don't know if that's the exact bass I was looking for. I don't think it was, man. The ones I was catching last week just looked different. There's a fish. Oh, that's a good one. Oh my, y'all. Oh, I got a real fish. Oh my gosh. Y'all see that? This is a 6-pound test. Please don't break me off. Please don't break me off. He's mad. Right here in front of me. Oh my. Oh my, this might be the biggest fish of the year. Maybe not, but it's a big one. Don't break me off, baby. Come on the ultralight. Oh boy. On the ultralight, come on. Oh, no you don't. Oh, I know you're hungry and mad. Come on. Come on. No, almost had him, almost had him. Got him. What in the world, y'all? Look at that, that is beautiful. I don't think that's a largemouth. I don't know what he is. What in the world just happened, y'all? Look at that fish. Are you a largie? No, you're a spot. Oh my gosh, dude. I gotta get a weight on you. You are beautiful. Look at the stripes. Are you a spotted bass or are you something else? Out of this tiny spillway. Look at that. All right, I can't let you go yet. Do I have my scale? I don't have my scale. Well, I don't. It definitely beats my last one. That's a good fish, y'all. Out of the old creek. Is that a Swanee bass? I don't know. He's got some cool stripes. I really wish I could get a weight on you. That is awesome. It's an awesome fish. Look at that mouth. All right, dude. That's probably a 3.5. 3.5 if I had to guess. All right, if he'll stay here for a minute, we'll get a cool release. All right, buddy. Thank you for playing. Yes. That was worth the second cast back in there. Holy smokes. Didn't bring my scale, but we're creek fishing. You don't expect to catch fish like that when you're creek fishing. Good Lord, man. I did not see that coming. That was not a largemouth. Look at that. On the Hellgrammite, man. That Hellgrammite catches fish. Just had to take a second to regain my composure, man. That was awesome. That was a huge fish out of a tiny little creek. And it wasn't a largemouth. It had a toothy patch, but I don't think it was a spotted bass either. I don't know. What do y'all think? Please comment and let me know. I think it was a shoal bass or maybe a Swanee bass. But anyhow, yeah, that was sick. That was 2 casts back to back in this little hole. I'm gonna try not to edit any of that out so y'all can see it. But yeah, that was great, man. That was the fish we were looking for. We got a few more casts to make before we get out of here. Let's see if we can't pull another fish in. All right, there's no more in there, right? Certainly. 2.5 or 2 fish back to back. Where were they earlier? I was right here fishing this same spot. I think those casts were back to back. There might have been a reel in between them. I don't know. Good grief, y'all. I can't believe it. I really can't. That was a big fish out of this tiny little spillway. That's what it's all about, man. That's why we never give up. Never give up. And to be honest, I was half tempted to walk right past this. I'd already fished it pretty thoroughly on my way up, or at least I felt like I did. Oh, I just had a bite. They're right there in that little area, man, whatever that is. I fished it earlier. And I swear I made these same casts. But you know what? It was a little brighter. It has rained a little bit since then. And maybe just that little bit of rain has kicked up enough stuff underneath the water to make the fish want to bite. I don't know. This creek fishing stuff is new to me. But man, something sure changed, because I went from no bites to a lot of bites real quick. Well, what a really nice guy. I had turned around before because we started getting close. The way the creek bend rounded that corner up there, we got really close to somebody's yard. And I could hear voices and just didn't want to overstay my welcome. Didn't want to get too close to other people not knowing I was there and scare somebody. But anyhow, that guy just came down and talked to me and told me I'm welcome to come back and fish and wade as far upstream as I want to go. And you know, that's all I needed to hear. I will be back. I told him I was on my way out right now. But yeah, he said anytime I want to come back, he knows what I drive. Just park on the side of the road and make myself at home, man. That was awesome. I've been run out of places more than I've been invited to stay, so that was great. Awesome homeowner. Thank you, sir. Well, I tell y'all what, if you had asked me when we first got here how this was going to go, I would not have said it was going to be a bass fishing video. Man, you just never know what you're going to hook into in these little creeks. That was truthfully amazing. That was awesome. Can't believe it happened. I figured I'd catch probably some red breast, some long ear, and a couple of tiny little bass. And it ended up being, other than the one warmouth I caught, it was all bass. And that last one was huge. Can't believe it. It had a toothy patch on its tongue, but it did not look like a spotted bass to me. I don't know. Definitely wasn't a largemouth. Anyhow, y'all tell me what you think. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next outdoor adventure.